While companies in the UK's pharmaceutical industry have been asked to put more research into antibiotics, it seems that this job is not as clear-cut for them as would be hoped. Firms are finding that they are coming up against financial difficulties as well as problems with regulations when it comes to researching and making new antibiotics. The reason why these businesses have begun research into new antibiotics is because of fears that there has been a rise in resistance among patients to the drugs across the globe. As a result, pharmaceutical companies have been encouraged to devote more time to researching and developing new antibiotics that will work on patients with diseases that are resistant to the drugs on the market at present. Yet pharmaceutical businesses are saying that it's not simply a case of just switching to beginning research into antibiotics, as many find that there are some problems that slow or halt the potential development of new drugs. One of the central concerns about developing new antibiotics is affordability. The Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry's Antibiotic Network has called for a change in the way that companies are reimbursed for producing new drugs. The network says that in the short term there should be pricing alternatives to help pharmaceutical companies develop new drugs. Meanwhile, in the long term, it suggests creating an incentive scheme to encourage companies to develop new antibiotics. Before regulations in the UK can be adopted to make it easier for pharmaceutical businesses to develop new antibiotics, an independent review into antibiotic resistance is due to be produced. However, this is predicted to take 2 years, and critics say that this time period is too long. Meanwhile, companies in Europe have been calling for regulatory burdens to be eased so that they can develop and patent antibiotics more easily. This story was brought to you by QBE, the business insurance specialist.